archery to the veins. They seem falsely like intestinal coinage of time knowledge, who enunciate the rhetoric of worthlessness, who tear the flame from one's inches by means of flame quotidian ire, daily counting one's head like nervous leprosy wardens, lengthening and shortening one's cudgel so as to replicate and balance, attempting to ensnare the bell in one's soul by leaving the sun scrambled, by having the zodiac partially burned in one's fractional houses. In response, one becomes fratricidal, howling, tempestuous as a delta with the ghost of pound cobras. One stirs up himself. One takes on the face of threatening neurovolcanoes. One truly becomes savage, dreaming homicide by intransigence, by lightning birds, by flames from the black widows of love nests, the struggles, the vices, the work, the absolute hatred for dominance and capital, nurturing the blood from the rub of one's woundings, lighting capsized tornadoes with winged delusional eddies, pacing back and forth like an explosion of dried cataracts. So then, in absent biology, the mirrors of rain and dust replace the terse mechanical dropsy of limits, and become the fierce axial exchanges, the murdered dove growers who resurrect a series of total emulations, a movement of lime and melted vertigo against horography, against Greco-Roman linear increases. Yes, the shape is one's body, eclectic Meridonian winds, which shed from unknown seas of legends of Incan compass reports. So one says wave after wave concentrating snowfish, or if one says a tonnage of raw selenium ballast, one suddenly takes on against resurrection of Rudian myopia. Yes, it is because the moon is always capable of meandering modes in mathematics, of preacher's bloodstains, of shattered pre-Socratic dice in our people, which absolve the self of time games and blood zones, which hallucinate and transpose their burdens to an oblique terrace where human and angel human take from each of their ciphers crystals, crossing points, confusions. Each of their maniacal murmurs on a sunboat across ordinance and stadiums, sailing through medial stellar verifications, so that each of the bodies one possesses will exercise its values, exercise pestos, its acrobatics of exile, its high delusional dialectics, rising like the highest craters amongst the 9 known planets. One then surmounts the flaming strychnine concentrations, gambling away one's salacious personal flaws, so that one floats by suggestion, envisioning the forest of interminate comets and hail. Here I am, posing in a mirror of scratch paper science. Science as rare as a live gene rhino, absorbing the cracklings of my craft, its rippling volcanoes, its spectacular lightning peninsulas, emitting parclinical creosote phantoms from an ironic blizzard of unsettled aromas, scouring through years of unrecognized paddlums, of constant arch rivalry with extinction, bringing up skills of intensive discourse by the clause in one's mind, which seem to burden with systemic reduction. One then suffers poetic scorching light and breathe by novel temper which flashes, like friction which flares up and carries, like unrecognized motives of collapsing and glass, like initial intuitive neglect. As if one's fangs were faintly stifled by incipience, by verbal range war didactics, by territorial driftwood, by sudden and demonstrative attractions, awed by the diverse infernos of tracheal and bounty. One's youngish body stands guarded by reverential trails, momentarily canceled by the loss of blasphemous nerves of an evil, stoned by demeaning brutalities, ravaged by a blank somatic solar psychosis, by a tasteless provision of runs and transition, by a conspiracy of obscure utility by humans. As one sucks in down from a wave of tumbling blistered trees, there exists radiations flecked over gangles and activity of indeterminate earthenware splitters, taken up to aboriginal density of forms of Sumerian verbal signs, with their tendencies towards starfish hypnosis, towards psychic confrontation of things, conducting one's frictions in the torrential furnace of osmosis of fire. Yes, apprenticeship means horribly strong and unremitting leper's mosaic, cringed to smoky interior cubicles, releasing various deliriums, as if pointed under a blackened animal star, with its dark and capable tense, with its musical rules of unspoken belladonna. Poetics, an imaginal flash of Russian chamber rivers, stretching under a blue marsupial sun, like kaleidoscopic tumbleweed, judiciously transfixed upon an anomalous totem of plants, upon rainy Buenos Aires transfusions, upon the urinal coppers of a blazing polar star rise. Of course, kinetic, like magical Malachi rivers, flowing from moons, flowing through the three-quarter summits of motionless anginas. I look for only the tonalities that scorch, which bring to my lips the word after wave of sensitivity by virulence. Yes, a merciless bitterness, bruised by a blue-black tornado of words, in a surge of fashion scorpion chatter, in a desiccated storm of potential parallels and voltage, like a scattered English wind, coterminous with the leading hiatus and the resumption of breath.